Hey guys, Rico here. Just a little update for you for what's going to be happening with the channel in 2020. This is completely unscripted, so bear with me if I stutter a bit. So basically this year I'm hoping to commit a lot more time and dedication to the channel. You may have noticed that I've uploaded a bit more consistently this year so far. As for the current plans for that is I'm going to be trying to upload videos every other Saturday. So the next video to be coming out will be on the 25th of January, and then you can expect to see videos every other Saturday afterwards. Basically what's happened is I have a lot more free time on my hands now, what's happened is I have a lot more free time on my hands now, as I'm single. My girlfriend, who starred with me in a couple of my older videos, we broke up unfortunately, about 6 months ago, but long story short, it wasn't working out and it was doing more damage than good staying together. But we are both feeling a lot better for it now. And so I decided one of the ways I can move forward is to focus a lot more time on the channel. As I just said, the channel is going to be mostly Star Wars focused this year. Don't worry, there are still going to be things such as crossovers, but a lot of them may include a Star Wars character. Like for example, one of the crossovers I'd like to do is Darth Maul vs Venom. I've also tried to work out a new schedule for how I'm going to be working on videos. So, for those of you who don't know, I work 4 days a week in a warehouse, Monday to Thursday. So I'm going to be committing Saturdays to doing nothing but YouTube work. This way I still have a bunch of free time to myself, and if I could dedicate a whole day to the channel, I can at least get a decent amount of work done. My plans are to be a bit more structured in how I make my videos. So for example, a couple of the videos I want to do, like I said, Venom vs Maul. Another one is Darth Vader vs Iron Man. So I already have the sections for Vader and Iron Man from the previous video that they featured in. So once that is done and moved forward, I will have their sections ready to go if I need them for another video. So for example, afterwards, I could do Darth Vader vs Count Dooku, since I already have Vader's portions already done. That way I'd have to spend less time working on the video overall, since I'd only have to do Dooku's section. Then I could move on to something like Dooku vs Raiden from Mortal Kombat, for example. And the idea is, if I can't get a versus video out on the day a video is supposed to be done, I can always pump out a smaller video, such as an episode of Jedi or Sith or Star Wars Pokemon Team, something like that. Which, speaking of Jedi or Sith, by the way, Spawn's new episode is in the works. I'm going to be recording that video after I record this one. Then if I can't get the first versus video out by the time the next video is due, I can just pump out Spawn. I can quickly edit Spawn's video and put that out there to give you guys something to watch in the meantime. Also, I've got a couple plans for this year's I've got a few plans for the channel's anniversary this year. April 1st is the channel's anniversary, and this year it will be the 5th year, or my 5th year on YouTube. So I've decided to celebrate 5 years, I'm going to be remastering, or remaking, my first ever video, which was Ashered Het vs Quinlan Vos. If you've seen the original video, this one isn't a redux or a change of opinion, such as the Yoda vs Malgus video. This is more of a case of, for me, to see how far I've come over the 5 years I've been doing YouTube. So if you're expecting a change of opinion, there will be some changes, but there won't be a final difference on the verdict. Like I said, it's more just a case of me trying to see how far I've improved since then. I'll also do another video or so for the day of the channel's anniversary to celebrate. I might revisit the Star Wars questionnaire 5 years later. I might do a rundown of my favourite Star Wars characters, I don't know yet. Give me some suggestions in the comments for that. So to give you an idea of some of the videos I want to do this year, and I hopefully will do, is I want to do Kanan Jarrus vs Cal Kestis from Jedi Fallen Order. I actually thought that game was really fun and enjoyable. Side note, I actually enjoyed that game's story more than the last 2 Star Wars movies, but that's besides the point. If you're wondering what I think about the last 2 Star Wars movies, I did enjoy them, but they're probably not among my favourites. But to me, Star Wars is always something I'm going to enjoy just because it's Star Wars. Some other videos I'd like to do is Dooku versus Vader. I've seen a bunch of people say that they want to do that, but I haven't seen anyone actually getting around to doing it, so maybe I can. Maybe I can beat someone else to it. I don't know. Some other ones I'd like to do is Obi-Wan Kenobi versus Sub-Zero, and Dooku versus Raiden, as I said. Some Star Wars videos, like I said, Ashrad versus Quinlan Voss, Kanan versus Cal, as I said before. I'm thinking of doing some sort of Obi-Wan versus Quinlan video, the EU Quinlan. I know that might seem a bit one-sided, so I might make it old Ben Kenobi to balance things out, or maybe give Quinlan Thorm as a backup to do a 2 versus 1 kind of thing. Not entirely sure yet. I'm also looking into matchups for characters such as Adi Gallia, Ki-Adi-Mundi, Shakti, and maybe a few others. I don't know yet, because I'm going to try and balance out the channel this year, so it's not going to be just versus videos, but hopefully a lot more Star Wars related. But I will be doing stuff that is completely non-Star Wars related as well. For example, I'd like to do a top 10 guest characters that I think would be good for Gears of War, since Gears Tactics got announced and I'm really excited for that. I'm also thinking of adding in a bit more humour into my videos. Not so much that they be bogged down with it, but for example, at the end of during a versus video, at the end of a character's section, for example, like the physicality section, you might remember that a lot of us would put a famous quote from the character at the end. I might put in a joke instead, but it wouldn't be plastered throughout the video. Maybe just sprinkled throughout here and there. I don't know, we'll have to see about that, how that goes. Anyway, I think that about wraps it up. Thank you guys for listening to the update. I hope you guys have a great day, and until the next video, may the Force be with you.